Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all have an amazing weekend. So today we are kicking the day off with an E50M video. Now this tank right here, we're going to be talking about what the tank is like and why really you should be playing this tank. So basically, if you want to win games, if you want to increase your win rate, statistically speaking, this is the tank to play. So currently, this is one of the top, this is the top average win rate tank in tier 10. 55% average win rate is in this tank over the last update. Now, I'm not surprised at that because, you know, the E50M over the last few years have just got so much love given to it. Wargaming just keep literally showering it with love, buffs, you know, different changes, and it's made the tank absolutely fantastic. Now, this isn't the only tank Wargaming have kind of put aside and just gave love. We see it with the T62A as well. And, you know, they've now moved on to the E50M. So we're going to look at the stats and then we are going to get into an amazing battle with this tank. So the turret is 284 millimeters. So very, very strong turret for a medium tank. Now, of course, there are weak points on that turret. So you're not impenetrable. You can be penetrated, especially on the cheeks either side of your gun. You can be penetrated. There's a little hatch on top as well that can also be penetrated, but other than that, a very, very strong turret. Now you also have a strong hull for a medium, especially the upper plate at 174 millimeters. Again, you know, people will be able to pen you still, but there's still very, very strong armor. You've got a DPM of 3,313, which is amazing DPM considering we are running calibrated shells, and of course considering everything else to go with the tank. You've got a 6.16 second reload. Your penetration is 257 on your APCR, 339 on your heat, and 65 on your HE. You've got an average damage of 340, 300 on your heat, and 450 on your HE. Now the aim time is amazing at 2.9, and your gun dispersion is also very good at 0.308. And of course you have 8 degrees of gun depression to go with that, with a top speed of just 60 kilometers per hour. So basically the whole lot of your stats are pretty decent. So I'm not surprised at all that this tank is #1 when it comes to average win rate. Now we are going to watch Thailand lady boy from the north, you know, no comment, and this game just showcases really how good this tank can be. Now the E50M, I've said it for many years, I haven't said that this tank has always been the best tier 10 medium tank, but what I have always, and I'll probably continue to always say, that this tank has always been the strongest. You know, it wasn't the best, but it was the strongest, and it's always been the strongest, even before all these sort of buffs and changes. But nowadays, it is definitely the best medium tank in tier 10. Regardless, I don't care what anybody says, this is the best medium tank in tier 10, period. So yeah, statistically speaking, if you want to win games, if you want to up your win rate, then this is the tank to currently play. Because it is up there at the top, and that's going by stats. You know, stats don't lie. I'm not going to say you're going to win every game, and to be fair, there are going to be some people out there that may lose every game, but statistically speaking, you should win games in this tank. Let me know, what do you guys think of the E50M? Because I know I spoke about it before, and recently with the changes, I did say that Wargaming are giving it so much love. It is so OP for a medium tank compared to a lot of the other mediums, and again, it's so strong as well, not just because it's got DPM, speed, gun depression, aim time, accuracy, you know, the armor as well. It's just an amazing tank. It really is a fantastic tank. So let's get into this game here. So far he has managed to bounce 400 damage, and again, the only other thing with the tank is you got to remember that it is quite high up. So if you do decide to go brawling especially with another medium tank that are quite low. The Russians, for example, the T-62A, if you decide to go face hugging, they can kind of see your lower plate, so do bear that in mind, because you are quite a tall tank, and all you're going to really see is their turret, which are also quite strong. So I wouldn't say brawl, like completely brawl, where you go into side hugging, face hugging. You know, it's definitely a brawling tank where you rush in, give them a ram as well, because this is one of the best rammers in the game. Only do so if you have the opportunity, but don't do it if it means that you're going to end up dying and you end up going to lose the battle. Only do it if you're in a stable situation, because it is fun doing sort of 500, 600, 700 damage when you ram a tank. So far now, this guy is, or girl, I don't know, this lady boy is up to 3,700 damage. One more shot there. Nice kill on the T100. He does have the back chat behind, so he has lost. I say he, you know, they. Let's just say they, because I don't know. They have lost quite a lot of hit points. I mean, 673 hit points remain, and it is a 4 versus 4, so there's still a lot of work to do. Now luckily the Jaegeru has taken the attention, got in the way, so we didn't lose any more hit points. And I love the fact that all 4 of these guys, all 4 of these people are actually working together. They're all together. They're very, very close to knit group, to be fair. So, you know, even if someone pushes, there's going to be quite a few tanks that come after them. Excuse me. So there's the Death Star gone. They do frick's sake, they do have to be careful of that Death Star, of course, because they are a one-shot to the grill, the Death Star, and there's not that many. I mean, apart from the Jaegeru, there's not that many hit points left between them. So gonna kill the grill now, using the HE. 24 hit points left. I'm sure the T100 is going to take him out, and yes, he does. So 5,900 damage, 1,300 block damage. So again, the armor profile has come useful, because they've blocked like 1,300 damage. They've almost pretty much blocked their entire, well, one more shot, if he can get a block, then it's pretty much their entire hit points that they've managed to block. So, you know, the armor profile does work, and it can work. Of course, you do have to be very careful if you come out sidewards, because you can be HE'd from bigger tanks. Excuse me. So do bear that in mind. Of course, the side, the rear, you haven't got the best of armor. You have to kind of face the enemy at all times. So again, just 2 tanks left, two big tanks, a one shot to both tanks, so they do still have to be very, very careful. And even at this point, it is still anybody's game. I know the Jaegeru is full hit points, but if these guys die, if the E50 dies and the other medium, the light tank, the T100 dies, and the E3 and the Death Star are both left alive, then I don't think the Jaegeru has any hope in hell. So they are focusing, of course, on the E3. Get the E3 gone, just leave the Death Star, and then it's now really all about DPM versus a big gun. Now, even if the Death Star shoots the E50M, it's game over for that Death Star. The T100 has gone behind, and they've kind of pretty much isolated. And one more shot into the Death Star brings 8,000 damage, and as you can see with the block damage, 2,000. So they do manage to block more than their entire hit points. So as I've said, definitely the best medium in the game, the strongest medium in the game at the moment. And again, Wargaming have just gave this tank so much love over the years, and the stats are there to prove that as well. So the highest average win rate tank in the game in tier 10 currently, and that is of course the E50M. So let me know what you think of the E50M. Is it a tank that you love, or you know, is it a tank that you just don't like? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye bye.